Hello everyone, Nelson Bradshaw here with Farther Financial, and today on Making a Difference we have Bruce Jones, the longtime CEO of Vicar's Landing. Bruce, great to have you here today. Why don't you tell us about Vicar's Landing? What is it, and why do folks need to know about it?
Sure, thanks for having me here today, Nelson. So Vicar's Landing is a full-service continuing care retirement community in Ponte Vedra Beach. And what that means is that we provide a community for older adults to live out the rest of their lives in a maintenance-free lifestyle. You know, we have services that wrap around them, and then when they need health care, we have assisted living and skilled nursing right there on our campus.
Yeah, so you just talked about two different things. So sort of, you know, the differentiator between maybe some other retirement options, or there is assisted living.
Sure.
And then there's, of course, trying to in-home and maybe getting some extra services in your own home. So how does Vicar sort of, what they do, differ from those other options?
Sure. A community like Vicar's Landing is really seen more as a long-term care insurance policy. We're actually governed by the Office of Insurance Regulation because it helps you plan for your future healthcare needs. If you went into a freestanding assisted living, some community like that, you would be paying a monthly rent, and if you needed a higher level of care, you'd have to move out and you'd have to go somewhere else. But at Vicar's Landing, it helps you plan for your future healthcare needs. You pay money up front that helps to pay for that future, and you can stay on that same campus. And as you move into healthcare areas, you're not leaving your friends, you're not leaving your familiar community. It's just a great way to live a maintenance-free life.
Well, I tell you, that's something that when my mother was going through that, having some difficulties that I did not understand, was in assisted living, had an issue where she had to go to the hospital for a while, then skilled nursing, and then back, and then, you know, none of the kids live in town. So it was real challenging managing all that. But what you're telling me is with a facility like Vicar's, all that's done right there in place, right?
Absolutely. And you know, one of the benefits of that, you know, for instance, say you live in your own home and you need some healthcare option. You're moving out of your neighborhood, away from your friends. But here, if you need healthcare, you move into our assisted living community, your friends can walk just across the campus. And so you're not leaving what you're familiar with. You're not leaving your friends, your community, your physicians, everything's right there.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't want to get too deep to it, but it is one of the more expensive options. But, you know, as I've heard you say or others, is it's one of the best gifts you can give your kids.
Sure, absolutely. And there are price points for everyone. There are different communities that serve different levels of affluence. But it does look expensive up front because there is a large upfront fee, but that fee is helping pay for the future healthcare needs. So you need to calculate that out when you're thinking about a community like this. If you need to end up in a nursing home for, say, 2 years down in the future, you could be paying $300 to $500 a day. That's a lot of money to put down. So if you plan for that ahead of time and you have a consistent cost throughout your life, then it's really a good option.
Yeah, so that's where it makes sense, and I tell folks all the time as a financial advisor, and what our folks at Farther do is you got to plan a ways out.
Yes.
You don't need to wait until you're there and then, oh, you know, this is what I need to do. So you really need to, if you have a financial planner, talk with about that. But let's talk about Vicar's. Y'all been doing, you've been around for quite a while, but you've done a lot of improvements recently.
Yes.
Tell us what's going on there.
Great. Well, yeah, we've been around for 36 years now. And we have been expanding our campus. We've added a new campus just north of Sawgrass Village in Ponte Vedra Beach with beautiful new independent living homes. And our final phase will kick off later this year. And we're going to add some more assisted living homes and a dedicated memory care community. As soon as we're done with that, we're going back to the Sawgrass campus and we're going to renovate a lot of what we see there to make sure that we're meeting the needs of people into the future. Yeah.
So if folks want to find out about Vicar's Landing and what's involved in getting on the list to potentially get there, how can they reach you?
Yeah, the best thing to do is go to our website, vicarslanding.com. You have our contact information there. You can see our floor plans. You can see the great services from the dining, the activities, security and transportation, everything that we offer. And we'd love to hear from you.
Well, Bruce, really appreciate you being here today to share with us what could be a great option for folks in their retirement years. Again, as we said, a great gift to their kids, because we've all heard of the sandwich generation, and that, you know, not putting your kids in that place. So really appreciate it. That's all that we have today on Making a Difference. Everyone have a great day out, and we look forward to seeing you next week.